Hello Taurus, this is Leanne with Leanne Banana Tarot, and I'm here to do your tarot reading for the month of June 2016. Taurus, June 2016. What does Taurus need to know for June 2016? Taurus, June 2016. Taurus, June. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Chalices, the King of Chalices, the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the overall energy for the month is the Ten of Wands. So your overall energy for the month is the Ten of Wands, and this can be an overlying feeling of being overburdened, having a lot of responsibilities, and they're weighing down on you. One thing with the Ten of Wands, it's important to remember, is that this person is really close to laying all of these burdens down. They're really close to achieving their goal, and once they're able to do so, they'll be able to start again. So this card sort of depicts a sunset, or the sun going down. So he'll be able to lay down his burdens for the day. All of these wands, he'll be able to set them aside and retire. And then in the morning, he can begin again. So while you have this energy of the Ten of Wands over you for the month of June, it's a transitory energy. It's a transitory feeling that even though you're feeling like you have a lot of burdens, even though you're feeling overburdened or burdened with responsibility, it's almost time to set those burdens aside. You've almost reached your goal. So you're working hard toward your goals this month. And we have the Seven of Wands. This is a very defensive energy, especially with this particular card. I feel like it's someone who's defending themselves, not necessarily the castle, because the castle is really far in the background. So this person is protecting or defending themselves. And then the sun is high in the sky, very optimistic, positive results, and the frog has the high ground. So he's in a really good spot. He's in a really good position. We have the Five of Swords. So this is a victory. This is vanquishing your enemies, defeating others. So quite often with this card there is collateral damage. So potentially others have been wounded in this battle, but you've come out victorious. You're very successful, and you're collecting all of the swords from your opponents. So they no longer have these swords to battle you with. So you've had a very successful outcome. You have the Nine of Wands. This is somebody who has a lot of burdens, has a lot of responsibilities, and is doing a lot of work and is taking a stand. And this person is persevering. So it's almost as though he were building a fence or building a wall in the background there. And he has one more post to put in there. So if he were to quit now, he would have a big hole in the wall. But if he finally, even though he's really tired and even though he's been working all day, puts that last post in place, he has a complete fence, a complete defense, and he's finished. So he's persevered. This card is all about perseverance and strength and being very stalwart, standing your ground, standing your position, and continuing to move forward, continuing to battle all obstacles, continuing to try and strive and achieve your goals. So this card comes up when they are saying that perseverance is key. We have the Two of Cups. This is a deep emotional bond, a deep emotional connection, and the Two of Cups is about love and partnership. The King of Cups. So this is the central issue or the central theme of the month of June. So this could be a water sign person, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio person, or this could be someone with the King of Cups qualities or the King of Chalices qualities, someone who's very compassionate, someone who is very generous, someone who's very thoughtful, someone who is very kind, someone who works for the benefit of others. If this is you and your energy, Taurus, this is you being very compassionate this month. You being very understanding, very compassionate, working for the good of others. And I see you working hard, so hard this month. You are burdened and you are, defending. You're defending the castle, you're defending your home. You are persevering and you're battling the odds and persevering. So you're definitely being very compassionate and you're definitely working hard for the good of others and for the good of yourself. We have the King of Swords. This person is an expert. So this could be an air sign person. This could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. Or this could be someone with those qualities or the qualities of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is an expert. He's a strategist. He is incredibly intelligent, highly intelligent, or genius level intelligent. He's just very, very, in his mind, very perceptive, very thoughtful person. Someone who does a lot of research, someone who strategizes, someone who applies knowledge. So this tends to be someone who's very expert in their field. Doctors, lawyers, judges. And when I say doctors, I'm thinking surgeons, specialists. Someone who had to go above and beyond in the knowledge in their field to attain their position. This is a very insightful person, a very incisive person, and someone who's a very neutral person. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor is about the good of the many, and I'm seeing that repeated with the King of Chalices, someone who works for the good of others. So the Emperor does what's best for everyone, despite whether or not everyone agrees with that decision. So the Emperor, he has a kingdom, he has an entire empire to rule over, and he needs to make sure that that empire is safe, that it eats, that it functions correctly. So he really needs to have strength and determination, and he delegates. He's someone who delegates very, very well, but he's not someone who is used to being questioned. So what the Emperor says goes. He's very authoritarian, he's very autocratic. The Emperor is a person who, even though he's capable of feeling and feeling very deeply, does not allow his emotions to influence his decisions. He's very much about rules and regulations and that they should be followed. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is the Craftsman card. So this little fox is working very industriously and doing a great job of doing this work, this inlay. He's very, very skilled, and he's very absorbed in his work and what he's doing. And others are observing this. So they're seeing how well he's working. They're seeing what he's doing. They see that he's open to suggestions. They're seeing that, he works really well on his own and with others, and he's impressing people. He really is. So this card often comes up when you're getting a contract. When somebody's observed your work and they want to hire you, they want to contract you, they want you to take charge of a project or head up a project. They want to give you a promotion or a raise, and maybe increase your responsibility or make sure that they retain you because you're doing such a great job. And this is also when somebody wants to maybe commission some of your work. So this is people recognizing that you are very skilled in your field. And we have the Seven of Swords. So this little kitty is trying to make an escape. So I sort of like that there's all of these tents, like an encampment in the background, because it's almost like he's trying to basically take away someone's power. They can't hurt him if he has all their swords. So this is such an interesting depiction of this card. So potentially you could be hard at work and potentially want to remove someone else's power because they are really interfering with what you have going on. Or someone is trying to remove your power. And we see that you have a lot of empowerment here. You have the Emperor in the spread here. You also have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is a very powerful person. Here we have this kitty trying to get away with all of these swords. Like he's just trying to it's like a cat getting declawed, except not nearly as horrifying. They're trying to take away that power. So it's almost like an emasculating energy in this particular card. So while this is a theft, and while this is someone getting away with something, often is what this card is saying, or manipulating a situation, that's more what I see here, is this cat is manipulating this situation to their benefit. So whether this is you trying to maintain the balance of power, or whether this is someone you're working with or someone who disagrees with what you're doing, trying to take your power from you, don't let that happen. You know, you want to maintain the balance of power, but you want to do it fairly, and you don't want to allow someone to take your power from you. So they're trying to swing the majority of the power into their favor. The majority is they have the 5 swords and are leaving only 2 behind. So, and I like that this is not a completely successful endeavor in this card as well, because we have 2 swords left behind. So if they were fully successful, they would have taken all of them. They'd have been able to get away with it all, but they're not able to get away with it. And that's what that's saying, is that these 2 swords are left behind, so they weren't able to get away with it. And like a little kitty, he's leaving tracks. So this is somebody that, you know, you'll be able to identify, and you'll be able to identify them and point this out. Stop trying to take my power. So, or if you, I know you're trying to do everything this week. It shows for the good of others. You're being very compassionate. You're being very kind. You're being very gentle. So I feel like you also have that power, because you are the King of Cups. You're in charge, and you have the Emperor, and the Emperor is also in charge. He has rules and regulations, and he makes decisions for the good of the many. He makes the decisions for the good of his kingdom, the good of his empire. And while, you know, not everyone agrees with all of those decisions, and I feel like he's trying to be fair. Like, that's the thing about the Emperor, is, you know, sometimes what's good for everyone isn't always to the benefit of everyone. But he, you know, especially with you here, you're very fair. You're trying to be very, very fair. So don't allow someone to try and take your power this month. And you know, don't allow them to manipulate the situation. Okay, so yeah, I have here, you know, you being very protective, very defensive of your home, of your kingdom. So don't allow someone to take that power, for sure. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. So yes, you're working very, very hard. You're feeling the burden of having this responsibility. You're working very hard, and you're not going to quit. So while you're protecting and defending, you're battling, you're victorious in these struggles with others. So you have been victorious before, and you are persevering. You're not going to quit. You have been successful, and other people are seeing that you are skilled, that you are very absorbed in what you're doing, that you are working very, very hard, and other people are impressed by what you're doing. You are impressing a lot of people, and I feel like you are going to benefit from this attention. So you have a deep and emotional connection with someone, or a partnership with someone, and this partnership is very important to you. And perhaps that's with an air sign person. So whether this is in business or whether this is in the home, you're working very hard. You're being very defensive and very protective with this person or with this partnership. And you're protecting it. You're not allowing yourself to be open. You're not allowing yourself to feel deeply. You're not allowing yourself to be emotional, because you feel like the decisions you have to make need to be made from a neutral standpoint. Like we have the King of Swords here, someone who's very neutral, like almost the scales of justice. You need to be based on knowledge and expertise, and not necessarily on emotion. And you value this partnership. And you're persevering here. You know, you have this other person here, and you can allow them to share some of that burden. It doesn't have to be you and you alone. I feel like you are feeling like you need to be the one that shoulders everything, and you need to be the one that are, you know, are making these decisions and taking everything on. But you have someone here who can help, who's here for you. Whether this is a partner, whether this is coworkers, whether this is, you know, a spouse or family members, you know, there are people that are here for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that energy oracle card for you. But I think the most impressive thing I see is, despite all of this swan's energy and all of this, you know, all of this swords energy that's happening around you, it's almost very combative energy and very frustrating energy. You are at the center of this, being very calm and compassionate and very kind and generous and just working for the benefit of others. And I think that's very commendable. Okay, Taurus. Oh, that flipped right over. And see if we have any other messages for Taurus for June 2016. Are there any other messages for Taurus for June 2016? What would you like to say to Taurus for June? Interesting. Okay, so the first card that came up was Rest and Rejuvenation. And yes, all of the energy I've gotten has been of you working incredibly hard and working towards something. So I feel like this is really good advice. Rest and rejuvenation, relaxation, and meditation. This card shows a man in a meditative and tranquil state. The message here is that it's time to relax. You may have been busy lately, but you should be soon finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. So make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. I make relaxation a part of my daily life. Peace and quiet bring me clarity and joy. And the third chakra, emotions of desire, life force energy. This powerful archangel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra and the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy into a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. Okay, I'm going to hold those up so that you can see them a little bit better. Thank you so much, Taurus. I hope you have a really wonderful month.